appoint Pat Reidy as our General Manager of the Council Crocodiles. Crocodiles. With Pat's experience in the NBL, his experience in basketball, he's an excellent He's a business person from the Townsville area now that he came to live here in 1999. He's been in business here ever since. He's been successful in everything he's ever done. We see in Pat a great future for the Crocodiles, and we also know that his passion for our club, his passion for the game, will see him through to produce an excellent future for the Crocodiles.
What do you see as the biggest challenge for you as well?
The biggest challenge right now is to get the numbers back at the entertainment centre, to get the people to come back to the games. The games are still fun. You all go. You all know how exciting it can be. Last Saturday night was a great example of how much fun a game of basketball can be, and we all enjoyed it. And what we need to do is get the people that used to go to come back.
Is GM just a change of title, or why not see it?
Well, it's a title. I think as you age, titles don't matter that much. And you can be a CEO or you can be a bottle washer. But you can be the best at what you are, the best that you can be. And I think that General Manager really is what the role is with the Crocodiles. Because it's such a vast organisation with a number of people involved. And when I say vast, it's anything up to 120 to 130 people to put a game on a night at the entertainment centre. And you need to be able to manage every area of that. And so you can't read anything into the title. It means nothing other than the guy's in charge.
So you have the exact same responsibilities though?
Pretty much so, yes.
Pretty much, or exactly.
Well, yes, exactly. But at the moment, all of the major sponsorships are in place. All of the deals are done with the entertainment centre and Jupiter's and McDonald's and Coca-Cola and all of our key supporters. All of those deals are done. So it's basically a case of, at this stage, for the rest of this season anyway, to manage the season out and then go on to the future.
So are you looking to appoint a CEO beyond the
No.
season?
No.
So club will move on in the future with a general manager and no
Yeah,
CEO?
well, it could be that, if we need to change a title, we'll change a title, but I don't see that there's going to be a need for that.
Why Pat of all the candidates?
The applicants, well, Pat had all the attributes that we were looking for. Somebody that knew the game, that knows the system, knows the NBL, is well respected throughout all levels of basketball in the country, as well as respected in this community. And that's what we were looking for, someone with respect in the community, somebody that can hold his head high, can walk around this community and know that people support him because they remember his exploits at the club, when he played for the club. He's a two-time MVP. I believe you've also been a club person of the year, is that correct?
No, not yet, George.
Not yet? Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were. But if you're not, maybe next year you will be. But there's so many things around this organisation that we owe to Pat Reidy. I remember when the Giants, when he played, finished up, and we wanted Pat to come to Townsville, but apparently his agent did a deal and managed to get him to Newcastle, where it lasted 1 year at Newcastle, and the Newcastle team decided not to field a team the following year. Then Pat came here, and I think Pat's happy he did, because he's still here all these years later, and we're so happy to have him.
Pat, why did you want this job?
I saw it as an opportunity to help get the club back to where it deserves to be. We've been at the forefront of the NBL as an organisation for a long time, and I didn't like seeing that slip. And when I joined the club in my previous role in memberships, just being around the office and seeing how things were done and seeing and what was happening around the club, there were parts that I really felt needed to be corrected or changed, or the club just needed to evolve, I think, and enter the modern era. not a lot has changed around the club in 20 years. And, if things haven't been working over the last 5, well then, perhaps something needs to change and we can't just keep doing it the same way. I saw an opportunity there to come in and help the club get back on its feet.
What do you think are the key areas you need to focus on in terms of bringing the club into the work era?
Yeah, I think there's some efficiencies around the club that can be tidied up. I think things need to be really tightened. When you talk to any business during these days, these economic times, and it's all about efficiencies. Cutting back on expenses and keeping your margins. And it's about keeping the club afloat and building on that. We want it to get back to a stage where we're the pride of the NBL again, and I think that can be achieved. We've got to get bums on seats. It all comes down to getting a great atmosphere and a great crowd at the end of the day. We've got fantastic corporate support. We've got fantastic membership, but it all needs to grow.
When Ian stepped down, was something that you thought about straight away, possibly doing, is taking over the role at the club?
Sorry,
When Smythe stepped in, yeah. Was it?
No, I can't say it was initially on my radar. I was new to the office. I was, still talking to a lot of people and understanding how things worked. I had ideas, having, been in business myself, not necessarily at this level, but I think the business basics remain the same. Initially it wasn't something that I thought I would do, but then as enough people sort of said to me it's a job that you could do and you'd be good at, I started to think about it a little bit more and sort of got my head around the idea of it.
Is the change in title bother you at all?
No, it was actually one of the first things I said when I went to speak to one of the board members about some changes that I think would help the club before I even thought about the job for myself. And that was one of the first things I said to him was that the club doesn't need a CEO, it just needs a general manager. I think we're a club in a small regional town which is growing, which is fantastic, but I think we can't get ahead of ourselves. We're not BHP. We just need someone who's going to talk to people and get the job done in the office and relate to the players and get the whole thing bubbling along.
You've had, as a player, a coach, you've had just every other role in the club here. Do you think that's going to help you in your
I really think it does, and I think that's part of the reason why the club thought that I might be good for the job, is that I can relate on all those different levels. I've spoken to a lot of people in my previous role, a lot of members and a lot of supporters, and I think they were happy to talk to me given my history with the club. So I think keeping in touch with people, and these are the people that are some of the most important people around this.
And what happens to your previous role as sales coordinator? Do you still take part of that, or does that sort of fall to Mark a bit more? Or?
Yeah, that's something that we've got to discuss within the office, and we'll have that discussion. But it's probably going to be a shared thing for the time being. Not a lot of changes can be made at this stage of the season, so it's about sort of planning for the future now, and we've already started doing that. But also getting the most out of this season. We can't just forget that this season is happening. So we've got to build where we can this year and then look to next year to go up and above.
How long is
On the other hand, we have recruitment and retention, so will that role be diminished from what it was as a CEO?
Oh, look, the role is pretty much exactly the same. It's just really just the title has changed. But the role is going to be exactly the same. Whatever was done in the past will be done now. But I'm hoping with my knowledge of the sport, I can add a different dimension to all those duties. These are all things that need to be discussed. One thing that George and I have spoken and other directors is everything needs to be looked at. Everything needs to be reviewed about the club and its efficiencies. And making everybody's job easier in the office. We don't have a huge office, we don't have a huge amount of staff, so we need to make sure that everybody is doing their job well and efficiently.
when would you like to have that kind of
I think it's there's no set date. It's something that just rolls out. We've started already, so some things are going to be big, which need a lot of attention now in order for things to be ready for the next season. Some things are smaller, which can be implemented sooner than later. So there's no set time frame, but we're very mindful that the start of the season next year is going to come around very quickly.
How long have you been appointed for? Is it just until the end of the season or just open-ended?
It's an open-ended contract, in fact, we're working with the legal people today to put the contract in place, and it's an open-ended thing. I'm not sure whether there's a sunset clause on how long Pat wants the contract for, as he used to be when he was a player. I'm not sure whether that's appropriate to have it's for 3 years or 5 years or whatever that may be, but I'm sure that will be sorted out and done with the legal people later today.
Just on a personal note, has it kind of sunk in that the club you played for is the club you don't charge of, I guess?
It's slowly sunk in over the last couple of weeks. I've got a patent pencil next to my bed for when I wake up in the middle of the night with some sort of idea